People do some crazy things with money, right? But here's the thing, no one's actually crazy. Everyone's just working with the information they have based on their own unique experiences, and that's the message the author wants to convey in the first chapter of the book Psychology of Money. We all are shaped by when and where we grew up, what kind of economic conditions we lived in. Think about it. People born in different years from different parts of the world with different family backgrounds and different experiences. They see money in very different ways. Economists have actually found that the financial decisions we make are strongly influenced by what we experience, especially in the younger years like our 20s. The author gives a great example of the US stocks. If you were born in the 1970s, you probably saw the stock market in a very different way because it grew by almost 10 times. As compared to if you were born in the 1950s when the stock market didn't do anything. So you might have a very different view about money and about the stock market. The way we make decisions about money is like creating a mental map of how the world works. And we take the information around us to fit into that map. But sometimes this is incomplete or it is wrong. We can get misinformed. We are also pursued by marketing or just simple misjudgments. What we need to understand is we tell ourselves a story to explain why we are doing what we are doing. Here's a perfect example, buying lottery tickets. The author says that Americans spend more on lottery tickets than they do on movies, video games, and music combined. And who spends the most? It's often the people with the least money. In fact, the poorest households in the US spend $412 a year on lottery tickets, which is 4 times more than the wealthier households. But if you try and understand where they are coming from, many of them live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to afford things like vacations or new cars, health insurance, or a house, just a house in safe neighborhood. They can't pay for the college without taking on debt. For people who read finance books, the things they take for granted, like financial security and living the good life, seem way out of reach for most of the people who buy the lottery tickets. Buying a lottery ticket is the only time they feel they can hold on to a tangible dream of getting those things. You might not agree with it. In fact, definitely it's not the right thing to do. But when you look at it in this way, you understand why people do what they do. Another example the author gives is of retirement. By the end of 2018, Americans had over $27 trillion in retirement accounts. But here's the catch, the idea that we should all have a retirement savings is actually really new. The author says that it's only been about 2 generations since the concept of retirement savings became common. Just 2 generations ago. People didn't even think this way. The image shows that men working beyond the age of 65 have reduced drastically. So the next time you see someone making a strange money decision, don't jump to conclusions. The author reminds us that we all have our own reasons shaped by our own personal experiences. Even if it doesn't always make sense to others, everyone has a unique story when it comes to money. If you find this video useful, you can check out my previous video where I've given a detailed explanation of the introductory chapter of this book, and do let me know if you like such videos. I'll try coming up with them so that you can understand each book better.